we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the Bills sideline is their head coach. His guy's looking good early off to the 2-0 start. On the other side is counterpart, the Jets head coach. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Oates and Joshua Hardy will get it underway. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even field. We don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive. That was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Scalaboo. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Scalaboo.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll go. It's Scalaboo. And he's going to have the Bills first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for Bills. First down.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. First down, Buffalo.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Bills.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6. Now give on the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the give, it's Scalaboo. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
That's another Bills. First down. First and goal, Buffalo.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Now give up the middle, and he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and
They'll try to run this one in. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. No issues there. This one is good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was tackled at the 27.
Third, they need 8.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bills offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now tossed left side, it's Scatterboot. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. A run now on 2nd down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bills 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll run. It's Scadaboo. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
He'll keep this himself. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. See what happens on third and goal. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up fourth and goal. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He's got room past the 35. He's on his way. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 96 yards. Touchdown, New York.
But think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. It resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jets 7, Bills 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's fourth and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of a failed fourth down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball to the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025.
Bills, first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Scattergood. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The Bills will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He's across the 20, taking it down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain. And it sets up 4th down. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Bills offense and running back Cam Scattergood headed out for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one complete to Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll step up and run this. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Bills. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll return this from the 10. Woo! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Here's a zone read to start the drive. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
By Cole Bishop. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
It's 4th down.
Here's the punter now as he's on to punt for the Jets. This is taken at his own 30. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Punting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
Fires Quickly, it is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the LA Chargers. And this is the Titans wideout. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the Saints quarterback. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Saints move to 2-1. They get the victory here. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags hosting the New York Giants. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, this one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. but rather we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
A good throw on the RPO is complete, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run on second down. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Bills, 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
Here's a run, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
21, Jets 7.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They put Wilson in motion.
35-yard line.
He'll try the right side this time. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Lazarier Thomas there for the stop. They'll go up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's fouled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd down. They need 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
As they try to run it here. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with him again. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Bills.
Now give on the ground. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
2nd and 6.
And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a 1st down.
1st down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills' 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Their own 6-yard line.
Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Run on 1st down. It is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 11-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. The Bills offense. And their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. That is brought in at the 10. That'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the play, back to the 9-yard line.
At the 9-yard line.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bills. And another score puts them in great shape here. In the 4th quarter, Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, you're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. This is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
Makes the score Bills 38, Jets 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10 up beyond midfield. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down, and bring him down for a sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Yeah, it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Fires left sideline. That is complete. So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third and 1.
They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. They put Wilson in motion.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It's now third and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. Fourth down and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. And they are really playing well here to start September, aren't they? On their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. They'll try again. It's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Handoff here, up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Jets offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to throw.
37-yard line.
That's caught. Down the field is Heat. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He runs with it. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
Jets, first down. First down and goal to go.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. On comes Josh McCarty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets are able to edge a bit closer.
Jets, 14.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So a road win here for the Bills. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.